Most distinguished Senator Lawal, one of the senators from Kaduna State, and my own senator from Ebonyi State, Senator Welcome, Director of Highway, Road Construction and Rehabilitation, Engineer Son, the Director of Media, the Northern Zone Coordinator, Ministry of Works, the Zonal Coordinator, Ministry of Works, other engineers, members of my staff, the amiable and very experienced project manager of Jolobeja, the media, my brothers and sisters, thank you very much. Let me say that I'm here on the directive of Mr. President, His Excellency Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He directed me to immediately move to site. First, he said I must go and inspect Abuja, Lokoja Road, Lokoja Benin, and today he said I must be on this road to inspect. And he directed that I must see most of the roads, the ongoing roads, physically, before I will come and run figures and issues with him. And that's why we are here, and we thank Mr. President for having the feelings of his people, and his heartbeat is exactly the feelings of the people, how he can help the people. I've seen the work that Jolobeja is doing. You can never fault Beja when it comes to quality. You can never fault them. You may fault them in terms of pricing, but not on quality. If you also have money, you cannot fault them in terms of speed. We've seen the quality of the work is excellently being done, and I want to commend them and thank them very, very highly. However, I made some observations. First observation is one of the what we are bringing on board. And if you look at this road, if you can look 200, meters, by the verge of the road, properly cleared, and so it will enhance visibility, and we also assist in security, architecture of the place. So I want to say that is what we believe all our roads should look like. All our roads should be like this. And in the northern part of the country, you see this kind of arrangement. And they also deploy agricultural program on this road, which is very important. So the southern part of this country, we also have to do this. And that's where the Federal Minister of Agriculture should come on board in terms of this. Because they can't take these sections, maybe 500 meters or 1 kilometer, they should be able to deploy it and then get an indigene of that state to own it. And every year we can support them to do that. And so we are gaining a lot, food security and so on and so forth. After all, beyond this, the federal government doesn't have any land of their own. And beyond supporting, other programs of agriculture, that I think this is key. And this is very, very important. So I recommend this for the Federal Ministry of Agriculture to do. I also observe that there is an issue with the design. I'm directing the Director of Geotechnical Engineering in the Ministry of Works. He must come and run figures with me, with the consultant. They have to prove to me that the CPR of the subgrade now is more than the CPR of the existing subgrade. I don't believe in that. And if that is not the case, we shouldn't have any need to disturb the existing subgrade. We should actually build our pavement on the existing subgrade. So we need to know why the introduction of new laterite, and then we must do the compaction test, we must do the CPR test to prove to us. We are engineers. You don't just say 7 and we just put in our pocket. I will not do that. I won't accept. While respecting the ingenuity of Jolobeja, but if we all went to the same school, you can't put water in a glass and tell us that it's wine and you expect us to believe you. That's not engineering. So we're going to look at this. And again, I've asked NSIA to run me figures. Let me know how much money they want to give in every month for this project, because there is a limit you can push the contractor if you don't have funding for him. If he generates certificates and you can't pay him, he can't do more. So we are trying to look at that, and if we get the figures, then we'll be able to insist that Beja should start, this road construction, on a number of sections. And if security becomes a problem, well, we provide security, in each section where they are working. This is possible, and we also want to deploy solar light, on our roads. This we also work. I'll be looking at the contingency fund. If it's not tampered with, we'll begin to deploy, solar light in the completed areas, so that our people can travel day and the night. I spoke with an ASI, and they said initially they were to toll the roads, but the federal government decided to fund it from a number of sources, which means that the road will be available for concession and tolling. We're going to be introducing that to the Federal Executive Council, and if they give directive, not just this road, other roads, because that's the only way we can promptly maintain the roads and then be able to have the road to last. But finally, I've discussed with the project manager. In most of the sections, if we've done 20%, we have 80%, where we bring concrete road pavement on a number of the sections. We may not eliminate asphalt since they are deployed, but over 60% we are going to use concrete pavement, and we overcoat it with 2 inches asphalt. You come back to the same quality, to the same convenience. We are going to be talking all that. Tomorrow I'm meeting with all the contractors doing federal roads in Northwest. I did meet with contractors of Southwest. That was yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah. And so tomorrow, by Saturday, I'm meeting with the North Central. And maybe on Sunday, who knows, I may be meeting with the Northeast. There is no time to waste. We have to alleviate the feelings of our people. We have to arrest their suffering. And that's the heartbeat of Mr. President. This is very important. And I will be the best friend to any contractor that will be amenable to these changes that I want to bring, because we want to see how we can cut down cost, cut down the construction period, and then give our people a road that will last a minimum of 50 years before you think about the initial maintenance. And if you are going to concession the road, you have to make things very easy for whoever is going to be the investor. Because if he has to start doing deep maintenance after 5 years, most of our roads don't last up to 5 years. Then there is a problem. And I noticed also the wickedness of man to man. I saw the old median. People, went ahead to chisel it, cut it down, only to take, a small reinforcement. The labor they deploy in doing that, if they deploy it in doing meaningful work, they will make more money. So I believe it's wickedness, and this must stop. Federal government cannot be, on every inch of the road to protect, this kind of, wickedness, against the people doing it. So this is our observation, and we believe strongly that, Beja, their concrete quality is second to none. And so I'm very confident that the same level of asphalt success they have, when they start concrete, they will do that. And I'm directing them. The zonal director is hereby informed. The section beginning from Abuja, work must start there latest by Wednesday next week. We must, and it has to be on concrete. Even that place is a bit swampy, so it has to be on concrete. And you have concrete yard, and so we don't have a problem with you deploying immediately. And so we're satisfied with the quality of work. We're not satisfied with the pace of work, but we have to find out what are the problems. If it's insecurity, we will tackle it. This road is very important. Mr. President asked me to assure the people of Kaduna, the people of the North, that this road is very important to him, and is committed to finishing the road, not 2025, 2024. He will match his words with action. Thank you. You have questions for me?